Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. Legends Limited Android 13's abilities are on the website. Let us see how good this guy is going to be. For the record, when they showed us the little teaser of their names, the little images, I said maybe the colors meant their typing. Sometimes that aligns, sometimes it isn't. Legends is the king of inconsistency. Green, blue, and purple I thought was interesting colors because that rivaled the exact colors of the character releases we got years ago. We got a blue transforming Super Saiyan Vegeta from the movie. We got a purple transforming Trunks from the movie. And we got a standalone little green Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku from the movie. So I thought, oh, that's just Legends doing a little funny, and I thought, okay, that's great. Let's see if this guy actually is green. Let us see. Revive as Fusion Android number 13 when KO'd. Legends Limited Android 13 joins the fight. Oh, speaking of join the fight, be sure to check out the other video that I uploaded. It was kind of me just spitballing my thoughts about the game and where I think player frustration started and what the health of the game looks like and maybe some potential avenues the game could go down to improve things. I think there's a lot that went wrong, but there's enough that is done right where they could save things. And that's not like doom and gloom scenario. That's just me saying like, hey, you know, if you play your cards right, then you could really turn around this negative energy that people have about the game. You know, you got the stamp system, you got this new design philosophy that if you just simply adhere to, you know, you're doing a good job with unique equips. If you make the campaigns align with this, if you were to go back and start making some of those unique story events that we used to get when we got campaigns related to specific sagas, if you went ahead and just did, you know, more resource stuff and make that, you know, continue the story in its interest, like the stuff is there, they could do it, but the full details in that other video, so be sure to check that out. Number 1, incredible power against Goku. So I'm going to assume he's red. Increase the damage received by all enemies if Goku is an enemy battle member. Plus, get boosts to all damage and special move damage against enemy Goku that are also a Super Saiyan. You know what this reminds me of? Chilled. Holy crap. Chilled was such a specific counter to Super Saiyan Bardock. I wonder if that's what they're doing here. What's that? You're a Super Saiyan Goku. Everyone on the team gets 50 or 70% extra damage. If this guy is also red, which I think they're going to go with that, then that really hits the mark. Now, is red a good idea, given Cell? I don't know. I guess it depends on what the developers want to do. Do they want to protect Cell, help him out, even though he's part of the previous generation of characters? Or do they want to say, yeah, sorry, Cell, you're part of the casualty list. You gotta go. We're going to make a new red for the team. We'll see. Number 2, Evolve Type Unique Gauge. Ah, everyone's favorite. Consume and level up the Unique Gauge by returning to standby when it's full. Get powerful buffs based on the Unique Gauge's level when you use a Strike, Blast, or Special Arts. So they changed it. It's not like Vegeta's where it'll fill by default and you continue the combo. It looks like you gotta swap out of Mr. 13. Number 3, revive and transform into Fusion Android 13 when defeated. Get a further boost to damage inflicted and damage guard when you revive. Plus, the unique gauge will now go up to level 5? You'll gain access to powerful effects that cancel HP downgrades and nullify element disadvantages. Level 5? Sheesh. Dependent on how quick you fill the gauge, this could be a problem. You have to go to standby 5 times to get your full gauge. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Number 4, support allies when they're prevented from switching. When an ally is prevented from switching, seal your opponent's rush in all enemy mains. This can help prevent your character from getting locked in and then suddenly KO'd by a rising rush or ultimate arts. Yeah, this guy is definitely the ultimate count to... He's blue? Oh, okay. He's blue. Wow, this guy is so hard cut to defend and attack this specific Ultra Namek Goku, but they made him blue. They made him blue. Is that a bad choice? The reason why I'm skeptical is because Goku is always ran beside that damn Frieza. So alright, it's like, you know, almost there, but we're like 1 foot away from being complete. Okay, that's fair. They can't give us everything. It is an Ultra. Really hard counter to the Goku. But him being blue, okay, we might see even more Friezas. Z ability is... Oh! He's a strike-oriented character. God damn you, Legends. He's a strike-oriented character. I hate it when they do this. This is so stupid to me. Why are they trying to make both? I am so sick of them trying to make a range team and a strike-oriented team at the exact same time. Can we make sure that one of them is actually good first? Every time, one of them gets the short end of the stick. Every single time. This always happens. Look at Universe reps. Blast reps, trash. Strike-oriented reps was actually good. Then look at LOE. Blast LOE, only decent one because it's Frieza with a bunch of cheerleaders. Strike LOE, crap. Look at GT. Strike-oriented GT, range GT, fantastic. Now we're doing this again. Now we're releasing strike-oriented movie saga characters, but we gave the unique equip to a range character. I don't understand. This guy being ranged would have been so great for Cell too, even though I said that guy could be built strike or blast oriented because of his stats. And then with the Gammas, it would have been really awesome. Legends, stop this crap. Did they make him blue to protect the Gammas, but they made him strike oriented? What is this? Strike, get a boost of damage inflicted on activation. Okay. Like the strike arts, get a boost of damage inflicted on activation. Alright, wow. 15% damage inflicted stacking on both cards is pretty good. Blue card, get a total boost of 130% to special move damage if the enemy is Goku as well as a Super Saiyan. Alright, let's see. So, on activation, draw a green card, get 40% blue card damage. If the enemy is a Super Saiyan and they're Goku, get another 90% special move damage inflicted. On hit, enemy key minus 80. Woo! And we got Blast Armor. That's a cool new way to show Blast Armor, and it's a melee-based blue. Yippee! Green card. On activation, you'll nullify attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions and even cancel enemy buff effects. Plus, if the enemy is a Goku, you'll inflict all enemies with sub-counts. So a method of locking in that pesky Goku. On activation, draw a card. Get 30 key. Nullify attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. Yippee! And cancel enemy buff effects. Also, if the enemy is a Goku, everyone sub-count plus 3. On hit, enemy Dragon Balls -1 2 times. Very powerful effect. And it is chainable with everything, and it has Blast Armor, and it's a melee-based green. Cool. Main ability. Destroy 2 of your own cards, then draw a green card and a blue card. Wow, okay, whoa, that's really strong. Specifically to the Goku. You could tell where the Wombo combo is, right? They want you to pop main to catch him in the sidestep. You go ahead and nail him with that green card, and then you just go in with the blue card, and I mean, fingers crossed, it just one-shots him. That's what they want to go for. You get that KO guard out of the way, and then you rinse and repeat. Because this guy is a character that goes into Fusion 13, then, you know, you really got the upper hand here. They're really making a targeted counter to Ultra Namek Goku. Okay, get 20% health, key plus 30, ally health restore plus 15%. So I'm starting to think the tag switch characters probably have a ton of health restore like Tien and Chaozu. All enemy arts plus 15, that's good. And only 15 timer counts have to elapse for this. So you can get a really fast snipe if the early game goes great in your favor. Starter ability, get a big damage boost against enemy Goku that are Super Saiyan. If Goku is an enemy battle member, you'll even increase the damage all enemies receive. If you're defeated, you'll revive and transform into Fusion Android 13. Oh, by the way, I saw people saying in the reaction to this, oh, it's very clearly his revival, whatever. My words got ahead of what I was thinking in my brain. When I was saying, oh, he's transforming, I meant the pictures they shared on social media gave the impression it was just a standalone 13. He actually does transform into Fusion 13. Look, they even worded here, transform into Fusion 13. Unique gauge plus 20%, damage plus 260%, damage against Super Saiyan and Goku enemy plus 40, really good. That's a lot. Damage guard 180%, key recovery plus 50%, revive and transform into Fusion 13 with 70% HP, ally damage plus 20%. Some free damage inflicted for the team. That's kind of nice. Would have been nice to run this guy alongside maybe the Spirit Bomb Goku as well as the Purple Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because that's a lot of support going all around. Unfortunately, yeah, this guy's strike oriented. If the enemy battle member is Goku, unique gauge plus 20%. Seal enemy special and special move arts. All enemy damage received plus 30%. Yeah, it's the chilled to Super Saiyan Bardock gimmick where everyone on the enemy team takes extra damage. They really want to make it a liability that you're using that Goku. So this is the kind of stuff that would make it so that people push past this character. And I'm all for it. Very strong character, but KO guard and just the way that it's kind of hurt team building. It'd be nice if we, you know, brush that to the side and move forward. Unique ability. Activate powerful effects based on the level of your unique gauge, like special cover change, nullification, or key protection when you use a strike, blast, or special arts. Returning to standby will restore allies' health, and if the enemy uses an ultimate or awakened arts while Android 13 is on standby, protect the allies by reducing that enemy art's power. When you confront an enemy, you draw a card if you have 3 or fewer, get 20 key, nullify damage received, element disadvantage, so type neutral for 3 counts, enemy draw speed -2. Damn, -2. And you seal enemy blast arts. Whoa. Holy crap. You know what this is for, right? This is for Frieza. This is for Frieza. Wow. Okay, damn. They really wanted to hurt Frieza. Whenever you confront Frieza, the number one thing you want to do if you have Namek Goku is go to Goku, then swap out for the -1 card draw speed. Because what really makes Frieza annoying is the charging to Death Beam to constantly drawing cards. This is the kind of stuff to really put a damper to that. Seal the blast cards means Frieza now has to use a strike card, and then -2 draw speed means that you're going to have a very small window of really leveraging your Death Beam in order to draw additional cards to extend your combo. And with him nullifying, you know, he takes type neutral damage received. At the very least, you don't have to get, you know, exploded by Frieza. So it's a very hard counter to Ultra Namek Goku with a little bit of hints of, you know, a little dabble of, okay, you know, if Frieza's beside him, let us help you out a little bit. On strike, blast, special move arts based on the unique gauge level. At level 1, you'll nullify cover change for 5 counts. Cool. At level 2, you'll get another level of card draw speed. At level 3, you get protect key. When hit by an enemy's arts one time, just damn. Destroy the enemy's entire hand. Enemy key -100% and seal all enemy main abilities. This is for if Namek Goku catches you slipping with a full unique gauge. Damn. On return to standby, key plus 30. Ally help plus 10% and cancel ally abnormal conditions. So good sustain for the team. When you're not defeated, an ally is prevented from switching, aka locked in from the Universal Spirit Bomb Goku after a dead battle member, Ultra Namek Goku's unique gauge, instant transmission Goku. This is actually no, sorry, that's not gonna matter. It's gonna be after the ultimate. Enemy key -40, seal enemy rising rush, and seal all enemy main abilities. When on standby, an enemy activates the ultimate or awakened arts or rising rush, subcount -4, and enemy ultimate awakened arts power -30%. You know what I'm waiting for? There's gonna come a point where they straight up say enemy rising rush power. There's gonna be a point where they lower rising rush power, right? Like if somebody straight up said rising rush power -60%, there's gonna be a lot of scenarios where that's not gonna kill somebody. It really will happen. I'm surprised they haven't done that yet. The activation condition includes rush, but any debuffing of power never included it. I feel like at some point it's gonna happen. Cover change against blast arts, chainable with a blue. Unique gauge is the evolve type, alrighty. Consume it to level up to level 3. When you return to standby with a full unique gauge, you'll be consumed and you'll support your allies. When your unique gauge becomes full, nullify special cover changes for 5 counts. Sub count on switch -2. Ally sub count -3. When on return to standby with full unique gauge, draw up to 2 cards if hand is 3 or fewer. Key +20. Ally health +5%. Ally damage +30%. All enemies strike, blast, push, move, power -15% for 10 counts. Levels up when the unique gauge is consumed. So you have to go to standby, is what it looks like. Charges moderately each time an arts card is used. I think... Is that the same phrasing for Dragon Fist Goku? It takes 7 cards now, I think. Consumed entirely on return to standby with the full unique gauge. Alright. We have to see in-game at the end of the day. Now he's Fusion 13. Strike is the same. Blast is the same. Special move. After fusing, you'll even nullify endurance. So it looks to be the exact same blue, but on activation, you get nullify endurance. Really good. Green card. On hit, increases the damage all enemies receive. It looks to be the exact same thing, except now on hit, it adds this. So everyone takes extra damage. Main ability. Seal your opponent's Rising Rush and boost the Rising Rush damage of allies by a massive 50%. Oh, damn. Uncancelable. So post-revival, main ability gives him a blue card, heals 25% and 50 key, ally rush damage plus 50%, and you seal the enemy rush. That's really damn strong. Unique ability, after transforming into Fusion 13, you'll gain permanent boost to damage inflicted and damage guard. The unique gauge's max level will increase to level 5, giving you access to effects that cancel attribute downgrade and nullify element disadvantages. So he gets another 40%, and another 20% damage guard, so we'll be at 200% here. I think it was 260, another 40 if it's a Goku, so 340 here, which is really damn high. Let me just double check. 260 on entry. If you're fighting a Super Saiyan Goku, you get another 40%. Yikes. Ally damage. Holy. He's getting up there, man. Okay. Enemy confrontation, the exact same. That's all the same. Now, what is the level 4 gauge? Cancel attribute downgrades and at level 5, nullify element disadvantages. So going type neutral just on entry. Isn't it funny? An LF character has to revive and get to level 5 gauge. This all assumes that you've already gotten to level... Oh, wait, no. He automatically shoots up to level 5. But it's just funny that it needs that versus like an Ultra. It's like, oh, yippee! Yippee! Here I am! Top neutral, toodaloo, yay! Just crazy buffs for everybody. When hit by an enemy's arts, unique gauge plus 20%. On return to standby, key plus 30. Ally health plus 10%. Cancel ally abnormal conditions. When not defeated, an ally is prevented from switching. Same thing as before. When on standby, and the enemy activates ultimate awaken ruts. That's all the same. His cover changes to a strike-oriented one versus the blast one. Evolve type gauge. The unique gauge's max level is now level 5. Power up your offense even further. Okay, yeah, it's all the same. How good is this character? It hinges on a couple things. Number one, how comfortable is he with dealing with Frieza? Because Goku's best friend isn't actually Krillin. It's that damn Frieza that's always ran beside him. So him being blue can be a little bit tricky. Number two, how long does it take to actually fill this unique gauge? Right? How long is this going to take? If it doesn't take as much as I think, and it's not as troublesome as I think, because remember, a lot of this hinges on you being able to return to standby, you know, forcing your character out of the field. If it's not as tricky as I think, that he could be he's automatically a top 10 character. Because he's a damn modern character, new philosophy, whatever. He just by default is going to be top 10. But the difference between lower top 10 and higher top 10 all boils down to how he reacts to some of the best characters in the game. And that's tough to gauge on paper, especially when this guy has like, yo, look at me, I got to evolve gauge and I revive and 3 mains and 40,000 different conditions that I nullify and all this other crap. I think he'll do fine. I think actually, no. I think he'll do great. But how well is great around Frieza? If he is comfortable around Frieza and he has all of this to help deal with Goku, he'll do great. He'll be the upper top 10. If Frieza really is that kind of pesky rat that just shuts this guy down, just brutalizes him like no end, then he'll be lower top 10, just by default being such a targeted counter to one of the best characters in the game. He looks really good though, and with him being a revival character, I assume the stats are going to back up his craziness. I just dislike the fact that they decided to make him a strike-oriented character. I know movies has traditionally been strike-oriented, but what the hell? Where are you going to put the Gambas now? How about we just focus on making a ranged setup work first, and then we start farting around different kinds of teams here, right? Imagine a team of Ultra Cell, this guy, and the Gambas. That would have been pretty dope. Because think about it, this guy buffs ally damage, and the enemy takes extra damage if it's a Goku. The Gammas provide buffs for the team as well. And then Perfect Cell, he's got debuffing, 2 lives, permanent endurance nullification, which means he would be so strong against Frieza with that. So you're looking at 2 characters that have such targeted counters to 2 of the best characters in the game, and everyone's supporting one another. And because the entire enemy team takes extra damage and you deal extra damage with Goku being there, it's like a nuclear approach to tackling the 2 strongest ultras in the game right now. But they decided to make him strike oriented. Almost there, Legends, almost there. Either way, you guys let me know in the comment section below, is the fall of Ultra Namek Goku starting, or do you think that Ultra Namek Goku just does not care? That man is sleeping all the same. But until next time, be sure to check out the Twitch. Might be playing some Dying Light again, because I'm addicted to the game, and because very soon is Silent Hill F, and I'm dropping everything to play that game, because God, do I love Silent Hill. Peace!